often get asked by people, what does my job entail? I've kind of almost created my own job, creating a vulnerable customer consultant and trainer. And it does often pique interest from other people. Of like, what does that involve? So I thought I'd start sharing some videos with you of some of the things that I get up to, some of the work that I do, some of the clients that we work with, and the training that we deliver, because every day is different. I love my job. It's absolutely brilliant because we get to meet so many diverse people, and the delegates are incredible because I love working with them. You can almost feel that they're great big sponges. They're soaking up everything that I share in the training course. But we also work with a wide variety of organisations across multiple sectors. So every day is different. And I just thought I'd bring you on this journey and share some of the things that I get up to as we go through. So hopefully you'll enjoy this, and I'll keep you up to date with all of the things that I get up to. So this is my office, my workbench in my office, and this is where I do all the prep for my training courses, especially the ones where I am delivering in person. Um, Currently, I print all the training manuals and the signposting resource, and I bind them all. You may just see the binding machine there. So everything comes from my office. Got a couple of bits and pieces here. These are the workbooks that I'm going to be taking with me next week. Working in Wales next week, so I'll be delivering two half-day sessions. I've got a morning session and an afternoon session where we are going to be looking at supporting vulnerable customers. Every delegate also gets a copy of our signposting resource. It's just a great resource of listing charities and organisations that support people through vulnerable situations. Every delegate gets those. So that's what I'm prepping for next week. And then I've got a box here. This is a box that I'm just getting ready to post out. So the week after next, I'm going to be training in Belfast. I'm working with a couple of clients out there, so I'm not going to be able to take all the workbooks and the documents and that in my suitcase. So I'm just packing everything up, ready to post out. I'm going to do that tomorrow, and hopefully, fingers crossed, they'll all receive them in time before the training starts. But you'll see on the top there that actually we have created a Northern Ireland signposting resource. They've got many charities and organisations that are slightly different to us in England and Wales. So we do tailor every one of our courses to be relevant for the organisation that we're working with. So that's what I'm up to, just finalising everything. I need to print the delegate certificates and make all the final preps ahead of the training. So thought you might be interested in seeing where all the prep takes place. If you've ever been on a call with me, you may be familiar with this background. I've got my Titanic painting there in the back, and I've got my plant there, affectionately known as Marge. But I thought I'd also just turn the camera around and give you an insight into what my desk layout looks like, something that you're not familiar with, and to give you an idea of what I'm looking at when I'm on those calls, and particularly when I'm on the training calls, what my screen looks like. So this is the view that I see when I'm looking at my screen. My camera is on my laptop there. So that's where I all look at. And then I've got this second monitor. I'm so pleased I got this second monitor. I wasn't sure how I would get on with it, but it's proved an absolute extra bonus. It's great, especially when I'm training on the laptop. I can have all the delegates on the screen on the laptop, and then I've got this second monitor where I can put the chat box up. I can put the breakout rooms and any of the other notes and documents that I need. So it's really helpful to just have everything to hand, even still having the delegates up on the screen on my laptop. But I also just wanted to share with you one of the things that I'm currently working on at the moment. So we get asked quite a lot by our clients on whether we have a guidance document for team members on threat to life and suicidal conversations. So this is something that I've been working on at the moment, and I'm just finalising it, and we'll get that launched on the website in the next week or two. But it's just a short document. I think it's about 7 pages, and it provides sort of general principles for those team members when they're having those conversations. But it also just lays out the process and some of the things that those team members need to think about when they're having those conversations. And I've covered different scenarios, different customer interactions. So there's a section on calls with customers over the telephone. There's a section on what to do and how to respond when you've had that disclosure of suicide over an email or a web chat conversation. And we've also got some thoughts there on in-person conversations where obviously there's a lot more at stake, thinking about the safety of the customer, but also thinking about the safety of the team member who's having that conversation in person with them. So that's my document that I'm working on at the moment, and as I mentioned, that will be coming out onto the website as a resource for downloading in the next couple of weeks. As I mentioned, it's very varied, that the work that I do, thinking about all sorts of vulnerabilities, not just suicide conversations, but thinking about customers in financial difficulty, and even just all the tools and techniques that the team members need when they're having those conversations. So there's lots that I get involved with outside of the training. I know that I've kind of become known as the vulnerability trainer, but it's so much more than that. And over the these upcoming videos that I want to share with you, hopefully that will give you an idea of the sorts of things that I get involved with. So yeah, look out for this resource on the website. It will be coming out soon. Today I'm off to Wolverhampton. I'm catching up with Jasbinder, who is our associate trainer. It's a really chilly start today. It's -4, so it's good to just allow the car time to warm up and defrost before I head off up the M40. I haven't caught up with Jasbinder for a few months, so it's going to be really good to see her in person and chat through our plans for the next few years, and what we want to bring to our clients, really, products and services. Jasbinder is a specialist in domestic and economic abuse and trauma, so it'd be really good to bring some of those elements to life in our training courses and our resources. I know that many of our clients are seeing these types of conversations with their customers, so look out for these as we move forward. So looking forward to Wolverhampton. I've never been before, so I'm not sure what that will entail. I'm always up for a new adventure, so I'm just about to head on up the motorway now. So I'm here in Wolverhampton. I'm outside the art gallery, which is where we're going to be meeting. As I mentioned, I've never been here before, but it looks a really interesting building, and I do love art galleries. And it's great to see, you can see the daffodils just lining up behind, all ready to come out in the next few weeks. So I might just go in a little bit early and have a bit of a mooch around and see what I can see. I often find that when I'm travelling, I don't always get time to visit the places. It's a case of delivering training at home, getting in the car, driving to the location where I'm going to be delivering the training, staying in the hotel overnight, delivering the training the next day, getting back in the car, and then driving home. So I don't always get to spend time in the locations where I am. So I thought I'd arrive a little bit earlier, have a bit of a mooch around, and see what Wolverhampton has to offer. So this is Jasbinder. Jasbinder is our associate trainer, and I thought you'd love to meet her. And she's going to be sharing some of the things that we've talked about today. We've caught up. I've caught her up on our plans for our next 5 years, and you're really excited about it, aren't you?
I am. Here they are.
Fantastic.
Very excited.
So share your thoughts. How are you going to help us?
So Helen and I have this history of me ringing her and saying, I want to come and work with you. And it's really lovely a year on. So I've spent the last year getting involved and upskilling myself on delivering some of the courses that Helen's offering, as well as developing new ones. And so we'll be taking our trauma-informed practice training, looking at domestic abuse awareness, and also equality, diversity and inclusion offers as well. So really important. And my background of training professionals on domestic abuse awareness, both of those who are sort of traditional domestic abuse stakeholders and non-traditional, such as employers and financial services, I'm able to kind of really pull on all those strings, and looking forward to contributing all of that to Helen Pettifer training going forward. So,
Brilliant, fantastic. And some really deep topics, aren't they? And I think this is something that we're seeing many of our firms are having those conversations with customers. Many customers are finding themselves experiencing these situations, which it's about giving the frontline teams those tools, the confidence to be able to manage those conversations, which is where all our training courses and our resources will come into place. So watch this space, and look out for Jasminda, because she'll be delivering our courses moving forward. So lovely to have you on the board, and to sort of move forward this year.
looking forward to being busy.
Fantastic. I'm just back from a brilliant day meeting Jasbinder. We have chatted for hours over all things vulnerability. We've covered topics such as learning disabilities, those living in supported living in care. We've looked at and chatted through the suicide landscape as we move into 2025 and what that looks like. We've also been spending a lot of our focus today on abuse, and Jasbinder's going to be helping us bring to life a training course on an introduction to abuse, because many of our clients are finding this as a topic that's coming up more and more within their customer conversation. So it's something that we're looking to bring forward. And alongside that, we're also going to be looking to create a guidance document as well, a big topic. It can be quite difficult and quite overwhelming for team members who are having those conversations. So anything that we can do to give those tools to those team members having those conversations is going to be brilliant. So I've come away with a real buzz. I'm really looking forward to what we're going to bring together moving forward in 2025. So watch this space. I hope that you have enjoyed following me about on my travels this week. It's been a jam-packed week, lots of exciting things happening. So I really hope that you've enjoyed that, and you've enjoyed seeing what I get up to, what happens behind the scenes, not just on the training sessions or the events, but what happens behind the scenes. So I'm going to make these a regular feature. So why don't you join me? Stay tuned to see what I get up to in the coming weeks. I'm looking forward to sharing all of my adventures with you.